Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. Today I wanna talk about my Atlas decisions, what favorite maps I want to pick, what are my ascendancy for the region and stuff like that. Since on the last video I just explained how this character works, like with the penance brand that I wanna drag into high tier now. But before I start mapping, I wanted to check, what about favorite maps? What decisions do I make? What are my ascendancy points, and why are these my ascendancy points? So this is definitely not a video where I say like, this is a template, this is something everybody can use for the most amount of efficiency and currency. This is just a video where I say, why did I take, I don't know, Grave Touch map into my favorite maps, and why the hell did I not pick, Syndicate on, God, all these region names now. Why did I not pick Syndicate on Hewart Hamlet, for example, right? So I haven't seen any kind of maps yet. I have not made any decision. I was just clearing that one. I got now my favorite maps unlocked. So now I'm going to go over, like, what am I going to pick and why. So basically, I never really care about what are these maps. The only thing that interests me personally is, how is the layout? How much do I like this map? For example, if I would take the map, for example, Lava Lake map, right? It's actually a really good layout because it's circular, but the problem is I don't like defeating Kitava. Main reason for that is just it is a multiple phase boss, and usually at a certain amount of speed farming, the boss takes longer than clearing the entire map, and that's why I would never like do something like Lava Lake as my favorite map. So basically, and I don't even care about the drops unless I want to skip the bosses. But on the other hand, you know, with the awakening bonus and the awakening level with the higher chance of dropping Elder Guardian maps and the unique items at the end, it would be a crime to skip bosses or map bosses, more or less. So let's start with Hewart Hamlet. What are the maps that we have here? Caldera, one of my favorite maps. I usually or typically always use this as my favorite. It's a super straight layout. It's just a straight tunnel, more or less. You have these two portals left and right. You just run again these two tunnels, and then in the middle, pure tunnel, more or less. Super easy layout. It's not a phase boss, so I think Caldera will be the take over here, but I have no idea what else we have. Arachnid Nest, not really. Excavation. Atoll map is a pretty good map here as well. It's a very easy layout on the boss as well, so that could be par on Caldera, for example. Then we have Terrace. I hate the porcupines and Ugol and stuff like that. Grave Touch, I have no idea. I mean, I've ran this map, right? It's completed. But if you ask me, like, how do you like the Grave Through map? Like, I don't even know how this looks like. So probably at some point we're gonna run this map more often. And if I will decide at some point, like, hey, I like this new map layout, then I can still switch it later on. It's just like one click, right? So I just go over here, and if I say I want to change that, one click and swap it to the other. It's not like a permanent unlock over here, right? Waterways is a pretty good layout, I would say, but still, this is the one that looks like Blood Aqueduct, and I would say it's like you still have to like go up, left, right, then go another left, top, bottom, and so on. It's kind of like takes longer as the other two. Like Caldera and Atoll, definitely the way to go for me. Core map, no thanks. Summit, not really. Cemetery, Hollow Ground, what is that, Leyline, and Plaza. Dude, I think I'm just going to go with my good old Caldera, or maybe even one Caldera and one Atoll, because both of those maps are actually pretty good to run. But usually I always pick the same map because I just want to have as many of those as possible, just because I like the layout. But as I said, you can just take multiple at once. Maybe taking two good layouts wouldn't even be bad for capturing the bosses, more or less. Good, next one. Tyrion's End, what we do have here? Mod Geyser, not really. Factory, Colonnade, Bazaar map, Port map, Coral Ruins, Shore, Wharf, Underground River, Silo, Desert Spring, Fields, Coves, Chateau, Moon Temple. Okay, this is awkward. Like, I go over quickly, you know, until I see one map where I say like, yo, I like this map, you know? But to be honest, I don't think, like, this is where you always have to, like, search the bosses. This weird, what is it, swamp map, you know, where there's, like, an island in the middle or water or something, and the boss is always on the other side, but it's this worm that always hides, so I don't like this one. Colonnade Temple Map. Mesa map is not bad. That's a pretty easy layout, to be honest, so I would say Mesa map wouldn't be bad. Then we have Bazaar, Port map, Coral Ruins. What about Shore map? How does this look like, shore map? I'm not sure, to be honest. Wait, shore map was the I think that's the map where the two bosses are at the end. They're kind of like this straightforward layout. I think that's actually the call over here. So port map, no. Coral Ruins, Chateau, Moon Temple, Coves, Desert Spring, Fields. Silo map. That was the heist map, I think, right? I think the heist map wasn't too bad either. So I'm just going to take probably Shore and Silo right there. As I said, you can skip this later. This is just what I'm going to pick right now. Then, on the next one, we have Lex Proxima. We have Reef Map. I hate the boss over here. Default Cathedral is really good, so I'm just going to, like, snapshot that over here. Because it's, like, the map with the Innocence, just, like, the easy version, where you just, like, one-shot the boss and leave again. Curse Crypt, I hate this, like, all kinds of crypts and dungeon layouts and stuff like that. Park Map is not bad. Frozen Cabins. I think that's the Diablo 2 remake of the Frozen Rivers. Is actually what it looks like. Krata map is pretty good. Jungle Valley, not that. Carcass map. Nah, not really. Overgrown Shrine, Thicket, Glacier. Glacier is not bad. Overgrown Ruin, Courtyard, Underground Sea is a pretty cool layout, to be honest. Cold River. Peninsular, Spider Forest, Val Pyramids, Volcano, Geode, Crimson Tower Ship, Academy, Sulphur Vents, Courtyard. Phantasmagoria. I would say Default Cathedral and Underground Sea. Because I like these layouts. I mean, you always have to consider, like, some people might call me stupid because they are like, yo, why the fuck are you not just only taking tier 16 maps, right? But the reality is, it's Awakener 8, you know, I can proc Conquerors on 14, 15, and 16, and so I don't really care if it's like a tier 14 map or a tier 16 map, as long as I'm not going to, like, fully max juice it with, like, what do you say, Delirium Orbs, 100% Delirium. Obviously, you want to take a tier 16 and then get it higher up, but just for the average mapping, I would say these two maps definitely make sense for me. Then, Laxajoris, I can already tell one is going to be Burial Chambers. Like, obviously, good layout, Doctor Cards, and so on. There's, like, nothing wrong with Burial Chambers. So, Forking River, no idea. Conservatory, Crystal Ore, Dig Map. Primordial Pools, Cells, definitely not. Arsenal, Bone Crypt, Armory. Alleyways is not bad. Beach Map is not bad. So, one of those three is actually, like, Burial Chambers for sure. Beach map is a pretty good layout, but I think I'm going to take the Alleyways map just because, same reason as on Burial Chambers. Here we get Doctor Drops, here we can get the... Was it Alluring? No, it was not Alluring Bounty, but it was a card that gives you Exalted Orbs at some part, so that's why I'm picking Alleyways over Beach Map, although I like the Beach Hat more, but just like, Alleyways is not a bad layout either. Good, let's go to the bottom left side, which is New Vast tier. What maps do we have in here? Shrine Map, Siege, Dunes... Relic Chamber, Pit Map, Vault Map, Colosseum, Arachnid Tomb, Foundry, Desert, Laboratory, definitely not, Crimson Temple, Strand, and Belfry. Good, now I already know Strand was the map that I meant before, and it was not Shore Map. Strand is the one that is like a straight layout with the two bosses in the end. So I really like Crimson Temple map, and I really like the Strand map, so that's why I'm going to pick those. Laboratory, no thanks. Belfry, not really, has like Kitava, or at least like the pre-form of Kitava. Colosseum, no thanks. Siege map is not bad either. And the rest, I don't really care about, because I only can take maximum 3. So that's why we go back to number 2, where is the Shore map. So Shore map is not the call. What other map do I have? Silo map. You know what? We're just gonna risk it. We go double Silo map. As I said, the favorite map system will actually give you a higher chance that a map, if it drops, will be the one that you favorite. It's not like that you're only gonna get those maps from now on, right? Good, so that's solved. Glenach Cairns area number, what do we have, 5, 6? So, what do we have here? Iceberg, Cage, Wasteland, Scriptorium, Villa Map, Museum, Graveyard, Residence, Basilica, Spider Lair, Tower. Tower sounds like a good deal. Nurse cards and good layout. Malformation, Lava Chamber, Ancient City, Stagnation, no ideas, must be a new one. Sunken City, Grotto, Acid Caverns, Haunted Mansion is not bad. Tropical Island is not bad, so I think I'll take Tropical Island and Tower Map, and if I get the third unlock, I would probably go for Haunted Mansion. Haunted Mansion is nothing special, but it's still a cool layout, a lot of monsters, and we used to run this one in Elder version, like a couple of leagues ago when there was no influence and stuff like, or at least there was influence, but it's like the old league, right? Or the old Atlas system, more or less. So, on number 7, we have Valdo's Rest. What do we have here? Pen Map. Mineral Pools, Promenade, Bramble, Lair is not bad. First of all, I really like the layout. The boss is quite easy. It's Rigwald. And there is cards that drops fusing. I think like 3 cards for fusing, something like that. Dry Sea, no idea. City Square is not bad either. It's pretty like square layout over here where the boss is always in the middle. Pretty easy. Gardens map, no thank you. Arena, nope. Ghetto, Maze map. Canyon is not bad. I'm gonna highlight this one over here. Also, super easy layout. It's just like, it sucks. Canyon is a little bit the problem, the bosses at the end, because they do like, what is it, Caustic Arrow? And if you don't have Chaos Rest, these bosses can actually really hurt, so question mark, but Canyon is usually a very good layout. Then we have Necropolis, Dark Forest, Ivory Temple, Edward Lake, Ashenwood, Gardens. No, I'm gonna stick with those 2, which is Lair Map and Canyon. And on the last one, which is Lyra Arthane, we're gonna get Lighthouse, Courthouse, Marshes, Forbidden Woods, Toxic Sewer, one of my all-time favorites. Racecourse is not bad either. Lookout, Primordial Blocks would be okay, but I don't know. The bosses, they just one-shot you, like whatever. Flooded Mine, Estuary, Precinct, Castle Ruins, Burrows, Mausoleum, Shipyard. No, I'm gonna go with the double Toxic Sewer there. There's like no other map. So, this is my, as you see, my personal opinion is just like, pick the maps that you like the most, rather than, yo, I should pick Borough Terrace because there might be a Doctor Drop, even the layout is weird and whatnot. But as you see, there is no magic behind, there is no wrong decision. The only wrong decision would be not taking favorite maps. So, to say again, part number 1, Caldera Atoll, then we have Shore Map and Silo. Wait, I skipped Shore Map. I actually took double Silo Map here. Then number 3 is Default Cathedral, Underground Sea. On number 4 we have Burial Chambers and Alleyways. Number 5 we have Crimson Temple and Strand. Number 6 Tower Map and Tropical Island. Number 7 is Lair and Canyon, and number 8 is Toxic Sewer. Both just because I don't really like any other map over here. Good, that's part number 1. Let's take a quick look, just a brief overview on my decisions on the Ascendancy. So pretty much I'm always like favoriting a style of playstyle, right? If you say like, dude, Syndicate is the best thing ever, obviously you're gonna take Syndicate, right? But for me, planning to farm a Headhunter soon and really like choosing maps, there is like no question. I always want to have Beyond if possible. I want to have Legion if possible. I want to have Delirium if possible. These are all the modifiers that like insanely boost my maps, but it doesn't really mean that this is the right choice. So all these Atlas things here, this is 100% based on your playstyle, what you prefer the most. So for me, on the first side, we have Harvest, we have Yun, we have Beyond, and we have Essence. So Essence, I don't care about that. Yun would be interested, but I personally, I'm not a safe house farmer, so this is not really interesting, so that's why I'm going for Beyond, obviously, for the reason that I said, Headhunter buffs and so on. But what is the next interesting? Harvest. Harvest crafts is insane. Like, even if you have just like this normal, hardy craftings, remove defense, you know, on TFT or something like that, people are paying you 1 exalt for this craft. Remove add chaos, probably 1 exalt. And all the others, like augment fizz, remove add whatever, you know. All these things are usually 1 exalt or like 50 chaos to 1 exalt per craft. So if you're gonna farm a bunch of harvest, you can print currency just by selling your crafts, or you just use them yourself. So definitely a good thing to do. Good. Next one, Tyrant's End, the second one. We do have Einhar, we do have Delirium, we have Invasion, and we have Abysses. I personally, I don't know why Abyss is still a thing. Like, a lot of people that I know that are juicing maps, like, you don't even run the Abyss anymore, you know, like, it takes forever to spawn, and you just lose so much time while doing it, plus the boss usually only drops shit besides the Watcher's Eye card, so who cares about Abyss, my opinion, right? Then we have Invasion. I personally don't even know what Invasion actually is. in that regard, because Invasion League was on a time where I didn't even play. I think it's not kind of beyond, so I don't really care about that. So the next thing is Delirium is something I really like. That's why I'm actually taking all 3 of those, because the other options that I have are just like whatever. And then I took Einhar, because there is a lot of beasts that are worth a lot, so, and it doesn't really hurt having Einhar in your maps, more or less, because the beasts that you're just gonna bump with while mapping, they don't really, I don't have to wait for a rift to open. I just kill the beast, Einhar will collect it, and I'm fine, right? So that's just like for mapping. Then on the third part, we have, what do we have here? We have Harvest, we have Breaches, we have Voltaxic as like Sulfite, then we even have Meta, no, but that's Possessed, like I would never take that one, dude. And we have Harvest again, actually. So 2 Harvest, then we have Breach. So why did I take Nico over Breach, since Breach is actually something that is really nice for mapping? I personally don't like breaches. The thing is, like, if I have a burial chamber, right, I obviously gonna do it because every single breach monster is additional monster, but what I don't like is something where I have to stand still. So, for example, I run into a breach, I need to wait till it opens, I need to wait till the monster spawns, it just costs me time, and that's why I don't like breaches at all. And I like delving, that's why I took the delving notes, and now the next one will definitely be Harvest. I just don't know which one here grant increased experience. I don't really care about that. So I would say I would go the bumper crop, and probably afterwards chance to contain Heart of the Grove. The Heart of the Grove don't really bothers me at all. So either like the third Nico Grove, like Nico Ascendancy here, or even Heart of the Grove. We're gonna see about that. But Breach just I don't like it. I don't know. Still, don't forget, there is something like remove Unmaking Orb or something where you can reset those choices. So maybe we're gonna see how it looks like later on. On the last next cluster number 4, we have Incursion, we have Delirium, we have Kadiro, we have Metamorph, and we have Incursion. So, I hate Incursions, okay? I really hate Incursions. I hate the Temple, I hate Alva, but still I take it. Why? Because of Burial Chambers. The reason is, Burial Chambers, you want to have as many mobs as possible, right? That's why Delirium, for obvious reasons, and I'm still taking Albert just to generate those 3 roams, extra monsters, extra chances of dropping Doctor cards. So the Alvar is only for Burial and nothing else. Otherwise, I would probably take... yeah, probably Metamorph. Like, Pirandas? Like, fuck off. What is this, actually? Incursion is a Val Flesh Merchant. I have no idea what that is. I asked chat once. They said like it's a unique monster within the Incursion or something. I have no idea. Good. Then bottom left side we have Abyss. As I said, not gonna take Abyss no matter what. Then we have Nico. We have Legion, and we have Rogue Exiles. So here, obviously, Legion, and if I get one more, I probably go with the Nico. I like delving, so that's pretty obvious choice there. On the next one, we have Beyond, we have Legion, and there is no other question, you know, for me, personally, as a speed mapper. I see Beyond, I see Delirium, I like this, I click on that. I don't know, what is this? Incursion monsters? No? Whatever, Incursion, strong boxes? Come on, dude. Not even a question on this cluster here. I think actually that Glenacares is the best region just because it has Beyond and Legion in there, right? Then here we have Metamorph, we have Harbinger, we have Blight. I hate Blights, okay? I don't do Cassia, I don't do Blighted maps. I still hate her singing, and it's in my ear, and I have bad dreams about Cassia singing since 3.8 Blight League, I think. No chance for me. Metamorph, I don't like it either, but in the other hand, this region has by far the worst modifiers. There is no Legion, no Delirium, no whatever, but this Harbinger thing, this is insane. You probably saw this in my last couple of videos in the intros. This Harbinger army is insane. It is ridiculous, and I think once you have a Headhunter, that might be even crazier. And then as a second choice, I took then the Metamorph because I don't really care about these Syndicate members or whatever. And the last one is the Lyra Arthane cluster, which is now Einhar. We have Smuggler's Cache, which is Heist. Then we have Breach, and we have Blighted maps. So, MB, tell me, if you skip Breach over here, why the fuck did you take it over here? Obvious reason is the other choices are just bad. What should I do? Like, I'm not gonna run Blight. I'm not gonna freaking run heist contracts. Einhar, I don't really value too much, but as I said before, it's just like they are there, you kill the beasts, you don't have a downtime for that, and there is only Breach left, so that's why I'm taking Breach over here. This is probably the second worst cluster of all of them. But yeah, that's it, you know, this is my personal pick from the favorite maps and from the Ascendancies, and now you're probably wondering, what about the big one? What about the Maven one? What would you pick there, right? I cannot tell. I haven't killed Maven yet, and I don't even have this cluster yet here. It's probably somewhere over here, which is kind of like missing, but I've seen a bunch of like really insane ones, and once I unlocked it, and once I tested it for myself, I'm probably gonna make a separate video about that. But yeah, this is my Atlas choices. It's not that hard. I hope you're gonna find your maps. And yeah, tell me in the comments what maps did you pick, and what you tell me, like, yo, mbX, it would be definitely better to take this or that map because of certain reasons, then please let me know. I would appreciate some honest review and not troll reviews or something, comments, something like that. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.